Alright, now time for, I believe, Leaf Cup, right? Now, we've played as every character. I don't know if we've done every single vehicle, though. Like, for instance, some of the... Have we done all the medium weight stuff? Like the Zip. Might not have done the Zip from what I remember. I know I've done the Sneakster, right? Yeah. Not too sure about the Zip though. But screw it. I'll play as Yoshi on the Zip. This will go through Leaf Cup in mirror mode. Starting, of course, with Desert Hills. Let's see. I think before I wanted to talk about a topic about just, as a kid, liking to say things backwards because I thought it was funny. Me and a friend did it pretty often in elementary school, to where we would call each other by our names in reverse. And even in some online, or just not really online, but just kind of games in general that we play on the computer in school. Dang it. Okay, so any point you reach that area is considered out of bounds. Okay, I just wanted to do some cool shortcut there, but I guess not. I guess we won't be able to today. Great, thanks again. Alright, now this could prove useful. Oh, there's Rosaline on the Piranha Prowler again. Even outside of, like, just me and a friend calling each other by our reverse names, but even, like, listening, I would listen to, or just watch YouTube videos in reverse a lot. I remember commonly watching, like, I don't know, the SpongeBob SquarePants theme song played in reverse, and seeing what funny new lyrics it could that could come out of it, you know, because usually they would have like what the reverse lyrics sound like, and I would often try to find humor in that, as I think a lot of other people did. I think I remember those videos being pretty popular. I mean, if I watched them, surely some other people probably did as well. I can't be the only one, right? I might just be that crazy and find enjoyment in something like that. Alright, got first place. Now time for Bowser Castle 3. Of course, I talked before about watching a lot of YouTube poop videos in the heyday. Some of my favorite jokes in some of them would be just them editing a scene to just play it in reverse or whatever. Or kind of play it forward and then immediately reverse it. Like, say, oh, I don't know, having a word begin with the sound so. A lot of people would take that, play it forward and play it in reverse and make it sound like sauce, you know? I still find that pretty humorous, to be honest, and I think a lot of other people do. even though it's one of the simplest edits you could do in a YouTube poop. But it's still pretty effective to this day. And I remember, as a kid, trying to decipher anything in like media, like movies or TV, that's like played in reverse, and try to, you know, play it back forward. How I did that was, there was an application that came built in with the Nintendo 3DS called Nintendo 3DS Sounds, where you could record your own sounds, pretty much, and play them back and play them reverse, or like change the pitch of them. I think the DSi had a pretty similar application, mainly because a lot of the 3DS's launch stuff was heavily inspired by the DSi, which I did not own as a kid. I know a lot of people had a DSi, but I was not one of those people. Which, frankly, I don't think I was really missing out on much from what I've seen. Aside from probably just Nintendo DSiWare, which, because it had its own shop channel similar to the Wii, where you could download special downloadable titles. And there were quite a lot of them. I think even some like browser games were put onto there, like Bloons Tower Defense, which I played a lot as this kid. Man, I would have killed, honestly, to play Bloons Tower Defense on the DS. Dang, I think it's still on there because most, if not all, the DSiWare games are actually on the 3DS on its Nintendo eShop. And, or at least they were. By the time this video goes up, they're probably not on there anymore, because by the time it gets uploaded, the 3DS eShop will probably already be shut down. It's still up as of the time I'm recording this, though. Should probably back the mic away a little. I have no idea if I was too loud. If I was, I apologize. But as I was saying about Nintendo 3DS Sounds, it would pretty much be my primary way of recording sounds and playing them back, or playing them in reverse. Oh dang, this is a whole topic I could get into now, the Nintendo 3DS Sounds, because I don't really know what other, you know, playthrough would be more relevant to talk about Nintendo 3DS Sounds. Unless, I don't know, I play a 3DS game one day, which I don't know if I will, considering currently I have no way of capturing 3DS footage, so I guess it's just whatever playthrough I can. Which it may as well be now. How about that? Okay. So, I would use the 3DS Sounds a lot. I would even try to like put my 3DS's mic up to probably my iPad at this time and record, say, a line from something that's clearly spoken in reverse and try to decipher. I just find that kind of funny. That it would even be for like the weirdest things, like this old soundboard app I had on my iPad. One of them had a quote-unquote cryptic message be played backwards. It's really not as you know, frightening as it might sound, because I think it's like a horror-themed sound. That's like supposedly a record played backwards, but really, it's, I forget what the exact line is, but I think it's something like Halloween related or something stupid. Probably taken from some stock sound effects website. I don't know. Great. But yeah, I would even just, on 3DS Sounds, I would just kind of record me mimicking certain voice lines or whatever that I would find really humorous. Like, I remember finding one of me pretty much, like, quoting a bunch of lines from Star Fox 64, of all things. Of pretty much the opening lines that all of the characters say on the first level of Star Fox 64 on Corneria. Very, very weird. But yeah, stuff like that. Dang it. Alright, you're not getting away this time, baby Luigi. See? There's another blue shell just for you! And I come on top once again. Wow. I guess I'm not the only one that gets hammered with blue shells, huh? Anyways, here's GCN Mario Circuit, or excuse me, OiRAM Circuit. According to the sign on the right. Uh-oh. Pretty sure all of the advertisements on the left or whatever, or the sponsors, I guess they are. I don't think I really ever went into detail about them. About how in most Mario Kart games, there's like made-up sponsors shown on like barriers or whatever. Which I find that interesting that even on the Mario Wiki, there is an entire list of every sponsor featured in these Mario Kart games. Come on. Freaking DK. Starting with Mario Kart 64 and going all the way until Mario Kart 8 Deluxe with its stages, along with Mario Kart Tour, I believe. Because there's an array of a whole bunch of different new sponsors made for each Mario Kart game. And these are all the ones seen in Mario Kart Double Dash. I'm pretty sure there's some not seen in the stages brought back into Mario Kart Wii. Like, I'm pretty sure it's pretty sure it's like a truck scene in one of the city-themed stages of Mario Kart Double Dash that has like Super Mario Brothers themed chocolate or something. Something weird. Like, I'm pretty sure like one of the advertisements is literally just like directly based after Super Mario Kart, which I'm pretty sure as a kid I thought was super cool, because keep in mind I thought it was super cool at the time to notice retro stuff, because this was, I think, the early 2010s. I think the Super Nintendo, it's like Super Nintendo nostalgia was like the biggest thing at this time, so I guess it made sense. Anyways, got the full 60 points, got a perfect score on Mirror Mode Leaf Cup. And we could probably just skip the ceremony cutscene because we've already seen Yoshi's victory animation. And got a gold star rank. Perfect. We can now play in the Mirror Mode Lightning Cup. And we got a new small bike, the Jet Bubble, for winning Leaf Cup in Mirror Mode. There we go. We finally got another vehicle to try out. But who to play as? Well, what lightweight character shall we play as once again? Koopa Troopa, perhaps? We haven't seen him in a while. Oh yeah, by the way, I changed my... Did I ever explain that I changed my license me back? I think I did. Who would be a fitting character to play as in the Mirror Mode Lightning Cup, the final cup for the Grand Prix? Ooh. It's an excellent question. Dang. Screw it. I'll go with Koopa Troopa. On the Jet Bubble, which has okay speed, acceleration, handling, and mini turbo, is a pretty light bike. Let's check it out as we tackle the Mirror Mode Lightning Cup. Starting, of course, with SNES Mario Circuit 3, or SNES Mario Circuit 3, as some of you may call it. I don't know how often I used the term SNES as a kid. Probably not that often. I'm pretty sure I would be like, actually, it's SNES or Super Nintendo. Thank you very much. Pretty sure it'd be that way for a lot of things back then. So this is it. This is the final cup that I have to do for this game. And one of the final things in general for this game. Because I think after this, what else is there to do aside from multiplayer? I don't really know, honestly. So, yeah. It's been quite the journey, I must say, playing through this entire game. It's been a lot of fun, you know? It's been a lot of fun revisiting this game that I love so much as a wee lad. A game that I possibly spent hundreds of hours playing. Had a blast revisiting it. So yeah. And I guess I can only thank this game for, you know, getting me into Mario Kart. If it weren't for this game, I probably wouldn't get as excited over whatever new Mario Kart news comes out. Whether it's new tracks for Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, or any news in general about a possible Mario Kart 9. Or really just the Mario series in general, because this is pretty much the game that got me into Mario as a whole. And being the massive Mario fan that I am now, I think this game plays a big part in that, honestly. I mean, to think that all the stuff I've said about both young me and present me doing all this stuff involving Super Mario, or whatever, involving even this game in general. To think it all linked to this one game is just kind of nice, you know? That it's something that I could at least revisit every once in a while, or even often, because it's still a fun game, don't get me wrong. It's still a really fun game to play with friends, you know? Even though there's newer and kind of better Mario Kart games, this is still a fun one to revisit, as I am right now. So yeah, I guess that right there is my ode to Mario Kart Wii, if you will. Thank you for listening to that, I guess. Thank you for just listening to this entire playthrough. That is, if you watched the entire thing. I don't know if you did. Maybe you did. Maybe this is your first video, which, if it is, I recommend checking out the rest of it. And, yeah. Let's see, did I really talk about Koopa Troopa that much in previous episodes? About how, I guess I could talk about an interesting story. Well, as soon as this blue shell and a POW block comes by, which thankfully I wasn't affected by, but anyways. Did you know that for some reason I really wanted Koopa Troopa in Super Smash Brothers? Yeah, of all characters, I thought, because I guess I thought, well, there's a lot of potential with, you know, being able to use his shell and stuff. Which, I guess I didn't know that, you know, Squirtle was already in Super Smash Brothers. Another turtle-based character that uses his shell for a lot of his moves. Or a lot of its moves. Because I think the Pokemon could be either gender. But, yeah, I don't really know what I was thinking. It's funny, because I'm pretty sure this was an era where I was obsessed with top lists. Because I guess, get this, I actually watched a lot of WatchMojo.com at this time. Yeah, I know, believe it or not. I think we all did, though. I guess just because I didn't know any better. And I didn't really know what other content there was. I was like, oh, I like WatchMojo.com, even though I then grew a brain and realized just how, I guess, stale their content is. I don't know. I was a kid, okay? Can you really blame me? Well, it's because of it, along with other channels, that'll kind of form my own top 10 lists. I even made one about my top 10 most wanted characters in Smash Brothers. This was right before, actually, I think it was like over a year or two before Smash Brothers for Wii U and 3DS came out. So it was kind of just in time for that. I don't know if I should get too into detail about it, because maybe I should just wait for whenever I play through another Super Smash Brothers game to get into detail about it, because this is a Mario Kart playthrough. I should be talking about Mario Kart. Ooh, that was a close one. I'm pretty sure Koopa Troopa was a character I would play as a lot. I definitely do remember playing as him a lot in stuff like Super Mario Kart. I mean, there were only 8 characters. I mean, which character do you think I'd play as? There's only 8 characters, so, you know. Wasn't really many options. Like, who else was there to play as? Toad? Peach? I guess I just like Koopa Troopa the most, because, I don't know. I guess turtles are cool. I mean, I guess that's what Finding Nemo taught me. Uh-oh. It is a little unfortunate that because there actually is one more vehicle, or I think one more, yeah, that you unlock after playing this cup. I unfortunately won't be able to show every single vehicle in a Grand Prix. Which, hey, there's still multiplayer to go through, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. Along with other stuff like versus mode, which that'll be pretty fun. One thing I did not mention actually is, I didn't realize this until recently, is that each character in this game, each unlockable character, actually has a second way of unlocking them, and that's by playing a whole bunch of races in any mode, whether it be Grand Prix or versus mode. There actually is a way of unlocking characters by playing just a boatload of races. So, I guess it's a cool way that you can actually unlock stuff in this game by exclusively playing multiplayer. It's kind of funny because Super Smash Brothers has a similar thing actually, to where there are normal ways of unlocking characters in those games, but I believe starting with Super Smash Brothers Melee, there's also a way to unlock characters solely by playing versus mode matches. Where like, oh, if you play 100, you unlock this character, or play 200, you get this character, you know, stuff like that. And I'm pretty sure that was actually how I unlocked quite a few of the characters in both it and Smash Brothers Brawl, which Smash Bros. Brawl has this complex single-player adventure mode titled the Subspace Emissary, and that actually acts as a third way that you can unlock new characters in that game. So there's normal unlocks, there's, you know, versus mode unlocks, and there's also just having the character join your roster in the Subspace Emissary, and then they'll be playable in all other modes. It's interesting. And again, it's funny because I played this game so much that I didn't realize that until just like a year or two ago. But I think it's like a lot of races. Like I think you have to play like 400 or 500 for some characters. So it's like, yeah, you're gonna have to play a lot of this game in order to unlock them. So that's probably why I just did them the normal way, like I did in this playthrough. Because I'm not playing 400 Mario Kart races on camera for this one playthrough. Dang it. Now, I think in some of them, like Smash Bros. Melee, there are some unlockables that require you to play all of the matches that I mentioned. Mainly stages, which I don't know if I'll show all that on camera if I ever do a playthrough of that game. We'll see. Considering that for versus mode, the maximum amount of races that you can do is, like, in one session is 32. Yeah, considering that you have to, I think, do 400 for one character. Yeah, that'll probably take several hours, if not more, just to unlock one character, so... Yeah, it still takes a lot of work to do it that way. It's not like an easy way out. It's just, if you don't play a lot of single player, here's another way of unlocking the characters. Which, I'm pretty sure even back then I did play a lot of single player anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Dang it, I did it again! I swear, did they make the track narrower this time? What's going on? Not sure why those two players are so close together. Bowser and I think that's Wario. Yeah, it is. Alright, Bowser. You can't be the only giant character in this race. Or I guess you could say Giga Bowser, because another Smash Bros. Reference. I guess at this point I have more to say about... I've talked so much about Mario Kart that I have more to say about Smash Bros. Now, which... Hey, I'll be playing through the Smash Bros. Game, so... Eventually, I don't know exactly when. I've already played through one of them. So... For the others, I got a lot to talk about with those games. So, unfortunately, I did not get first place this race. Got third. Great. Which, hey, what matters is the final verdict, or the final outcome for the overall rankings. We got 55 points overall. But we'll see if that's enough for the final ranking of whether I get a gold star or not. We may as well watch this one last time, because it'll be the final time that we ever see it. Come on. No! Got an A rank. We're not looking at the credits yet. Can we skip this? Oh my god, we can't skip this, can we? Man. I wanted to get a gold star rank. Shall I still talk about my final thoughts on the game, or should I just do Lightning Cup again? Well, we'll unlock a new vehicle anyway, so I could show that off at least. Maybe. Yeah, I should probably do that. I don't want to leave this whole playthrough on a sour note of, you know, only getting an A rank on Lightning Cup. All because I fell into the lava multiple times on Bowser's Castle. And, yeah, you can't skip it. Okay. I'll probably skip all the, or probably cut this out. Because I want to leave this playthrough on a good note, dang it. Of getting gold star rank on the Lightning Cup. Oh yeah, by the way, we get a new congratulations screen for whenever you get all of the trophies in the Grand Prix. This one actually shows all of the characters in the game, including the unlockable ones. So ain't that cool? Looks like all of the characters, not just Mario and Peach, showed up for this congratulations. And it even seems to be new art of all these characters made specifically for this. Like, I don't think I've seen that Birdo art or that Bowser art anywhere else, or especially that Funky Kong art with them behind Luigi. You know, all the cool, at least all the cool folks are right next to one another with Luigi and King Boo, or no, not King Boo. Luigi and Funky Kong, the two coolest Mario characters. Do you want to send a commemorative photo to the Wii message board? Not yet. I had to get gold star on Lightning Cup. Because if I don't, I'm afraid I might be doomed. By the way, we unlocked a new vehicle for at least winning the Lightning Cup in mirror mode. The Blue Falcon, which is a vehicle based on F-Zero, another Nintendo racing series. Ain't that funny? By the way, if you win a mirror mode Lightning Cup, I believe that's also how you actually unlock the alternate title screens. Which is cool. Alright. Who should we drive? Is it blue for every character? I don't think it is. Yeah, it's actually gray for Dry Bones. I think it's green for Koopa Troopa. Yellow. Alright. Is it green for Baby Luigi? It sure is. Come on, I want a character where it's blue. Give me a blue Falcon, not a pink Falcon. It's blue for Baby Mario. It's blue for Toad. We'll do it as Toad. How about that? I'll cover the Mirror Mode Lightning Cup once again. Which, I might actually cut most of it out, because I'm pretty sure the only reason I didn't get gold stars is because of Bowser's Castle, which I'll probably only show that track and cut the rest of it out. So yeah, I'll see you there. Alright, so back at N64 Bowser's Castle on the Blue Falcon, which, if you don't know, is the I guess vehicle of the main protagonist of the F-Zero series, Captain Falcon. It's very interesting that they have a vehicle based off of it in this game. You know, despite there not being an F-Zero game on the Wii. And even to this day, there still hasn't been an F-Zero game since the Game Boy Advance days. In 2004, I believe, was the last one released. Not only that, but the last one was a Japan exclusive. So yeah, that's a good sign. what's interesting is that the Blue Falcon is also a selectable vehicle in Mario Kart 8. It was made available as a DLC in the original, and of course just available in the base game in Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Now, of course, in that game, because of how the carts were in that, it can be used on any weight class and not just lightweights like in this game. Yeah, maybe there's a reason why they in Mario Kart 7 they changed it to where any weight class can use any vehicle, because, you know, if there's a super cool vehicle design that you like, then it'll be available to whatever character you like playing as, rather than just being restricted to, oh, if you want the Blue Falcon, you have to play as either like Toad, Koopa Troopa, Dry Bones, or the baby characters, you know? Because you could think to yourself like, man, I like playing as Wario, but I want to use the Blue Falcon. Well, this game would be out of luck. In Mario Kart 8, you could do just that, you know? Which, yeah, it's cool. It's definitely the better way of handling the carts than in this, where, yeah, it's cool that each weight class gets their own vehicles, but like at the same time, it's like, well, these carts and bikes are only restricted to these weight classes. It does allow them to, sure, it allows them to, you know, branch out more with the designs and make them, you know, suitable for the weight classes all the more, rather than being general designs that can be easily adjusted to fit any weight class. But, like, how many vehicles is that actually the case for, you know? Oh my god, freaking Baby Peach out here. I hate her. I will win this race. Trust me. Baby Peach is not going to stand in my way. Watch this. Boom! And I'm not going to let that fake item box get in my way either. Boom! First place. Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are done with the Mario Kart Wii Grand Prix for all 4 custom classes. With a perfect score of 60 points, because I got first place on all the other tracks, in both attempts, so that's why I didn't show them a second time. Alright, now we get to view the ceremony one last time, with Toad on the glorious Blue Falcon. If you're wondering, no, there is not anything that you unlock by getting Gold Star rank on all of the Retro Grand Prix in Mirror Mode. It's really weird. I guess they realized during development, like, oh crap, we have an odd amount of unlockables compared to how many unlock spaces there are. I guess we just won't fill one of them with anything. Which is sad, but I get why. So now this time, we get a rank of 2 gold stars. And now, you can view the credits one last time. So, I guess I could get my final thoughts on Mario Kart Wii. I really like this game. I think it does hold up really well. Even though, yes, this is a very flawed game. Don't get me wrong. There are a lot of things wrong with it. Mainly coming down to, you know, the game doesn't look great. And, of course, the main thing is just, God, playing 150cc in Mirror Mode in single-player Grand Prix is a pain. And that mainly comes down to just... The main issue is just the game not being balanced very well, and also the AI is just being way too aggressive. Holy crap, this game just gives out way too many items. It gets crazy, which can be fun in multiplayer, don't get me wrong. Having a bunch of chaos with items and stuff is a lot of fun in multiplayer, but it can be pretty agonizing in single player, where the whole goal is to actually get first place in order to unlock some goodies. but all of the stuff from the AIs will constantly get in your way to where it pretty much becomes a game of luck. Which, yeah, it's fun, but God, it can take you a while. Especially for, like I said, 150cc in mirror mode. 50cc and 100cc are fine. But I guess that's kind of the issue, is that the difficulty rises way too quickly. There's just not, you know, a lot of, I guess just the contrast of difficulty between 100cc and 150cc is just too high. But other than that, it's Mario Kart. This game, of course, is extremely fun, especially with friends. And it is definitely one I would recommend. Because, you know, despite all of its flaws, it feels great to play, you know? Of course, it's a Mario Kart game. Of course it's going to be fun to play, but I dare say the motion controls are actually fun to use. A lot of people, you know, often say that, oh, motion controls don't really work that well. And yeah, they can be a pain to develop for, I get that. It's why a lot of third-party games don't get it correctly. But considering this is a first-party game, you know, of course it's made by Nintendo, the ones that know the Wii's motion controls best. The motion controls work really well in this game. And from someone that used it for so long, I really enjoy playing this game with motion controls. And I'm sure stick controls with Wii Remote and Nunchuck or a classic controller are fun as well. And I get that there's going to be people out there that prefer playing that way. But, dang, if even playing with motion controls is fun, that really tells you just how fun this game really is. You know? Because, like I said, of course, it's got a lot of fun courses to play on. It feels great to play. It's got great music, you know? Even listening to the credits theme, you know? It really is pumping me up, you know? And that's a good sign. And we haven't even looked at the battle mode, which, okay, the battle mode's not that great in this game, but the fact that I'm saying all this about this game, and there's still more to do, that really tells you how good of a game Mario Kart Wii is, despite all of its problems. And there we go. We got one last congratulations screen with all the characters, and that's another thing. This game has 26 characters. There's going to be a character in here for everyone. Even though I know Mario Kart 8 Deluxe at this point has more characters, I don't care. This is a game in 2008, you know? So of course it's not going to be as good as a game from 2017. Do you want to send a commemorative photo to Wii message board? Yes. This commemorative photo has been sent to the Wii message board. If you send too many commemorative photos, the space allotted for data on the Wii message board will fill up. Please continue to enjoy Mario Kart Wii. Will do, game. Will do. And with that, we're sent back to the main menu. And yeah, unfortunately, we did not unlock anything for getting gold star ranks. But, yeah. I believe that's everything. Because we have all 26 of the characters unlocked. And all, I believe, 36 vehicles. Which I may as well scroll through all of them here. So, yeah. What a journey, I must say. Finally done with the Grand Prix. I think there's still some other stuff we may as well look at before we get into the multiplayer.